I'm part of Starfish Interiors. I've only been working here since about the end of February, and I work in the sales and service department. I really love it. So my job here at Starfish Interiors is with sales and service. So I get to go out to customers, or they come here to us within our showroom, and we get to go through the camper vans and say, do you want new squabs? Do you want new seats? Do you want a new mattress? And we can customise everything to suit their needs. And it's very fun going with them and picking out fabric. So you get to be a designer doing different designs on the squabs, and also you get to so I'll follow the job up at start, so I'll measure up, I'll do a quote for them, follow through with the quote and give that to the customer. They say yes or no, I'd like to go forth, and once they go forth, then I put together a spec for production with the help of a few others, and then once that's released into production, it gets made here, and then at the other side I follow it up at the end and make sure that the job goes out to the customer and the customer's happy, and yeah. So before I started at Fashion Tech, I had an interest in fashion. I always used to do little drawings when I was about 11 or something like that, and then I started doing fashion at school, and I quite liked being able to make clothes and do along those lines, and always followed the different fashion designers and found them really interesting and liked following their stories and different models, and then I decided I thought I would go through accounting to make some money in the industry, because I thought there's no way I'm going to have a career out of fashion. It's just, there's very little chance, won't be able to be a designer, none of that. So in my last year of school I just managed to come across New Zealand Fashion Tech. I was set on AUT for a long time, but then Fashion Tech came up and it seemed to offer the right kind of experience that I needed, and getting to work really hands-on with pattern making and sewing and really learning how to make garments, as I found out other places were struggling to get their students into jobs, so that's why I went to Fashion Tech. And just such a high success rate with getting people into the industry really was a draw card. When I first went into Fashion Tech, it was just for an interview and see if I could potentially get into the place, whether they'd like to take me on, and it was really great. There was the lady that I was speaking to, she just talked about what I had been doing up to that point and why I wanted to be at Fashion Tech. So I explained to her all my reasons, mainly getting a job out of it was the point. And the lady was absolutely lovely. She actually signed me up on the spot. She wanted to take me on immediately, which was really exciting, and so celebrated that at the end of the year. Finishing school and getting straight into that was really cool. And it was really nice being able to be shown around, and with the different tutors that I had throughout my time there, I got a lot of experience coming at me. They taught me different techniques. Everyone had something different to offer and told me what different parts of the industry were really like. And I really appreciate all the time and effort they took into actually really teaching me and taking interest in making me learn and want to learn. Because some of the bits aren't as exciting as other bits, and towards the end Diploma was really exciting, and I'm glad I got to that point. And I absolutely love my tutors, and yeah. Sorry. We got to do some industry visits at Fashion Tech, and the first one we got to do was going to Cambridge, and you get to see how all these suits are put together, and everyone has a specialist machine and they do just one job, and it's quite interesting knowing how a really complicated jacket gets made like that. And we got to do a few other different industry visits in different sectors, all different fashion places, and also sort of the places that aren't as well known, like cutting places, and those were kind of interesting, seeing what different jobs you had out there. It wasn't just you can go for a design and become a pattern maker or sewer. There are so many other opportunities out there. You just really need to do your research or get some advice from some people that already are in the industry, and they'll say, oh, there's these different people we work with and they're still in the fashion industry, so there's a lot of jobs out there. It's really important that Fashion Tech do connect with the industry. It means that you've got someone there that is looking out for you saying, I've got an idea of who I can get into this job position. If something comes up, it just means that they have you in mind, that you have the possibility of actually getting a job. And so one of the first places I went to work experience was SES Sports, and I did a little bit of work experience over a bit of time, and then they actually offered me a part-time job there, which was quite cool, and I got to work in a few of the holidays and also every Saturday, so that was a bit of a start for me, getting my foot in the door. And I also went to Mac J's and Pumpkin Patch. Pumpkin Patch I was really hoping to get a job out of. Didn't quite work out, but now I'm here, and I'm really happy I'm here at Starfish Interiors. New Zealand Fashion Tech, they really helped me with getting into the industry. They taught me a lot of skills with different pattern making and also computer CAD drawing. That was really important, and also understanding how garments are put together. The tutors really helped with that, and also they helped with getting me a place at my current job right now. They look out at the end of the year and see what places have different jobs available, and they try and liaise you up with something that will fit what you want to go for, and this job has really suited me. So I have grown a lot since I've left school. Fashion Tech really taught me how to keep my head down and really just focus on getting the job done, doing it to the best of my abilities, and also working hard, making sure that you turn up every day. Not that I was not turning up at school, but it teaches you a good work ethic, that when I came here, that it's easy just to slip into the role and there's no issues at all, and also helped me develop me as a person. I'm a lot more confident now. I have a lot more knowledge behind me. Before, I barely knew anything about the industry. I knew a little bit about trying to adapt a pattern, but I didn't know how to make a pattern from scratch, so yeah. So New Zealand Fashion Tech, they help contribute to me getting a job in the industry, just with the skill sets that they provided me with. A lot of them were really important with learning how to pattern make really well, and also learn how to sew really well, and understanding different fibres and textures and what kind of care that was involved with that, and also doing a lot of spec sheets. The thing that helped me most probably was doing the spec sheets in my job, because I have to do them most days, and also calculating fabric usages and all that kind of jazz. The way it helped me was, it meant that I had the skills there to come back to when I started my job. Initially I was just feeling my way through this job, figuring out what I could do, and then once I started getting into it, I could draw back from all those skills that Fashion Tech taught me, and all the tutors really helped implement into me.